Time to go in the lab, and as Alan, you had mentioned right off the top of the show, that we're going to be talking about, Walmart and, my local Walmart. Give me a little background on my local Walmart.
So Walmart obviously has been an innovator, not only in terms of back-end fulfillment and also online, but recently they've been doing some interesting things in terms of their hyper-local play. Hard to say that 10 times.
Yeah,
fast.
no kidding.
Their hyper-local play.
Hyper-local play.
And specifically on Facebook. So if you look at e-retailers like Walmart,
Yep.
they've done a really good job sort of transitioning from bricks to clicks, so to speak. It's interesting to look at how they're transitioning now from clicks to social, or not. And so they rolled out about a month ago the My Local Walmart idea. So there's a lot of potential here. So there's a fair amount of fanfare when this rolled out. But I figured it was about a month. I think it's time to put it in the lab and see how it's actually working out.
Okay, so what have you been finding so far? I mean, so far, obviously it sounds cool. I mean, the idea of it sounds really cool.
So what we did is we looked at some of the local stores here around Canton, Massachusetts, and wanted to get a flavor for, are people embracing this? It's a pretty simple idea. You simply you put in your zip code, and then you like that page, and then it brings you certain offers. So the good news is that they've got some cool functionality. The bad news is it's not really taken off so far. So if you look at just the stores around this area, about a half dozen stores, and you can see, because it's all visible, only between 4 and 30 or so people have liked these local pages. So what's going on here?
But isn't that when we say something like that, is that because it's just a new community? I mean, because we've seen this and we say that community, it takes time for it to evolve and takes time for it to build. I mean, where it is a month, we say, okay, we've given it a month, but is that really enough time?
So Walmart has about 10 million fans on their main Facebook page. I would think, and there's about 3,000 local stores featured in this. So you'd think they'd be getting more than a dozen or so people liking each one of these.
15,
So far the results are, number one, I think they need to do a little more promotion. So there was a bunch of press about this, but I don't know if they've got their customers engaged enough to want to do this. Maybe they haven't made the offer clear enough. So there's a disconnect.
I was going to say, you mentioned that at the press part, because they have been putting it out to the marketers. They say, oh, how innovative is this? But have they necessarily been telling their customers, the ones that actually need to be doing
this? In a way, is this a case of Walmart corporate doing a great job telling the experts, telling the marketers about this, but not telling their customers about this, which at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if Forbes is writing about how great this. Maybe it does matter in terms of investment, but people aren't signing up so far.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the people that are reading Forbes, are they the ones going to Walmart? I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily think so. I mean, that's just my honest opinion, but I think you have to go look for, where you're actually going to be engaging with them.
So I think that we should see some more promotion here. So I think one thing is just making people aware of this. I mean, clearly there's value as a shopper to have local offers. I mean, it sounds a little bit like Groupon. You could feature specific offers, sign in to, sort of member of this list. Some of these other applications, again, having a map of the store, things like that, local promotions, local events. It seems like a pretty compelling offer. So I think, number one, they need a little bit more promotion. Number two, are they engineering this so that it creates word of mouth, right? And we've talked about this before. Social marketing is all about storytelling and getting people to tell your stories. I haven't really seen the word of mouth part of this take off. And maybe they just need to create contests and some of the things we've talked about to create more viral excitement for their customers around these pages.
Give me your last thoughts. We're in the lab. Let's close up the lab. What do we got?
So great idea, mixed results, maybe even poor results in terms of execution. I like the thinking behind it. I think they just haven't done all the bells and whistles in terms of promoting it, especially when it comes to social.